This week, Ethan and I couldn't stop thinking about how much fun it would be to put a Timbersled kit on a sports quad. So this morning, I found the best deal in town, and we got to work.
So what we've got here is a 2015 Timbersled SX 137 snow bike kit. So it's the longest track they make, but it's narrower, which means it's easier to lean back and forth. It's got Fox Float 3 shocks on it, underneath and on top. So the top shock here just adds a whole bunch of extra travel because the attachment point goes to it, and then the whole thing pivots, as well as the suspension in the track. The skis are from the 2005 Ski-Doo Summit 1000, and they're even the right color, black and red to match the quad. And the snow bike kit's pretty much the perfect color too, just black with a little bit of gray on there. It's gonna look real nice.
Start it up.
It looks so rad.
Yeah, we're maybe half an hour into the project and it's already looking insanely cool. That's just sitting there, obviously. Skis are just sitting there, but we're still in the teardown phase, but it's gonna be really fun. Obviously, it won't have the power of a snowmobile, but it'll be fun in a totally different way, like a snow bike. It'll be halfway in between snow bike and snowmobile. Spencer here was looking at it with me, and he was like, well, maybe we should just trim the engine case down a little bit where it bolts onto it so that it'll fit between there. And I like the way Spencer thinks, so we're gonna try that. Worst case scenario is we cut a hole into the engine and it starts leaking out the oil. And that's not great, but we have a TIG welder, so, you know, we can fix that. And then again, to put it back to quad form in the summer, if we want to put the swing arm back on, we can just build a little spacer to fill in the gap. We're talking about like a 1/4 inch per side, so not a lot.
So you think the odds are pretty good it doesn't leak?
Yeah.
We're gonna find out.
Right now I'm making the little adapter sleeve spacer things to bolt the track onto the chassis and engine. So this one is completely done, and I'm making a second one here. Unfortunately, the second one's gonna go a little slower because the power feed on the lathe broke today. Meanwhile, Spencer from Builds Not Projects is here, and he's been helping out with a whole bunch of this project. So he was just doing a bunch of cleaning up on the wiring. He already got the front end halfway figured out. We still gotta do the top of these, but yeah, it's coming right along.
Somebody previously chopped out the backside of the headlight lenses and put in some pods that for some reason have 6 wires going to them, but you can run them on 2. So I eliminated a huge spaghetti mess of wiring.
Weight reduction.
Yeah, weight reduction. There was about 400 zip ties holding it all on here, so got all that cleaned up. It cleaned up a bunch of stuff under the seat and just ran them to the headlight switch. So I'm just finishing that up, and then we'll be able to show you what those bad boys look like.
So here's the sleeve in place here. The ends of this have a little plastic bushing in them, and this aluminum adapter fits really nice and snug in there. The sleeve here will get clamped in very snugly between the chassis and the engine, but the snow bike kit will still be able to pivot, which it needs to do because of this extra suspension here, the whole thing pivots up and down a little bit. So very soon here we should be able to bolt this on, and I still have to weld shut this hole that I cut into the engine case. Obviously it's maybe not the smartest way to go about doing it, but it worked out well because now we don't have to modify the kit at all. We can use it on other things, and one side of it turned out perfect. This side I just have to weld that shut. Those spacers are done, they fit perfectly. Well, doesn't that just look
Yes.
wonderful? Ride height will be maybe more like this, and then of course with travel it'll come up. Hopefully not more than that, otherwise it'll hit the battery.
Yes.
So we're working on the strut rod thing that connects the Timbersled kit suspension to the chassis on the quad. And this is actually a suspension link from the Odyssey. So it's got really beefy heim joints with little rubber things and everything on it. And then this is a little short, so I'll cut it in half right in the middle here and then extend it with a little piece of steel so that we can still have some adjustability on it. If you ever think it's a good idea to cut a hole in an engine case without disassembling it and then try to re-weld it, just don't. Not that most people think that's a good idea, but yeah, it turns out that's kind of impossible because there's just too much oil on the inside and fumes and stuff. It doesn't work. So I kind of welded most of it and then JB welded the rest. Hopefully it holds. The JB weld actually came out rather nice here. The bonus of trying to weld it first is that the JB weld just had to fill the little pinholes that I couldn't fill with the weld. So I think it'll hold. And I just kind of, once I got it close, I took the bushing, this big one here, and kind of smashed it into place and made sure the bolt went through it so it fits nice and snug. The good news is this part doesn't spin or anything, so it's not gonna like wear through the JB weld because this will be clamped tight in there. So yeah, I think it's time to put the track on and actually bolt it up and put the chain on. This is kind of ridiculous. This is a piece from a Honda Odyssey, and with the spacers that it came with, it fits 100% perfectly in there, in the Polaris shock mount. We're working on the front here. The bottom ended up being super easy. We just took the ball joints out and flipped them over and put them back in the other direction. This is a piece of an upper A-arm from a snowmobile, which fits this same spindle. We're gonna use it to extend this A-arm here and have the right ball joint and the right alignment and everything.
I'm building a tube to re-support the rear of the frame here because the other mount used to run from down here and then was just a straight tube up, but the chain case and everything would run right into it as the suspension travels.
I just got this upper A-arm done, which is sweet. So now this side's complete, except for, you know, clean up and paint, but that'll happen after we test ride. And meanwhile, Sam's over here building the world's smallest snow bike. So this is just like, well, you know, Sandpoint is where Timbersled originated. So we're just like, you know, recreating the spirit of Timbersled. You can see why Timbersled was invented in Sandpoint, because we have a lot of snow and very long winters and a lot of people that like riding dirt bikes.
Yes! I saw mine up the step up. Ethan's gonna hit the hill climb and then he's gonna do the step up jump on the hill climb. Let's check out what he's got. Yes, no problem at all. Time for the step up jump.
Some distance. Ethan has a whole different level of send. I don't think like essentially day one, or ride one I should say, I would be trying this, but this guy's a legend.
These conditions are kind of rough.
This would be hard for any snow machine. It's just light, fluffy snow on top of icy dirt.
Yeah, it's really, really icy underneath this. But yeah, it's fun. I'm getting used to it. It takes a minute because like you want it to be like a snow bike or a snowmobile, and it's not either. It's like you've got the low speed, like shifting gears, all of that stuff of a snow bike. And you've got some of the stability of a snowmobile, but because it's so tall and narrow, it's also less stable when you're cornering. But yeah, I like it. It's fun. It's just like, it's again, like you can't compare snowmobiling to snow biking. Well, this is kind of in between them, but it also is totally different. Like it's a whole different riding style again. But yeah, we definitely need a base of some good snow under here because this is just like, it's just slippery as slippery. This is definitely our quickest build from concept to completion. So today's Thursday. We had the idea for this on Monday. So yeah, that's a new record. That's fun. You should try it out.
Down.
Oh, that thing looks awesome.
So this is my first little send on the quad, and these are terrible conditions like Ethan said, but it's still a lot of fun. It's not like you can tell the track was sliding a lot on that, but man, when it locks up, it locks up. I think it's going to be awesome in some good conditions. Great for playing around in the trees because the balance is so good. This would be absolutely impossible at a snow bike situation. That little snow over all those trees. That's second gear, but this thing's got pretty good stability actually. More than it looks. I'll say that. And so far, every time I felt like I'm going down, it hasn't actually gone down. So that's good to know.
That thing is loud.
It's super fun. At first I thought it was slow, but the track's just spinning because the conditions are so bad.
Yeah, I mean, it is geared really low, but like, yeah.
But if we lifted up the skis a bit to get more of the weight transfer onto the back, I think that'd make a big difference too.
I think what you get here is the worst parts of a snowmobile and the worst parts of a snow bike. Although, that said, it's also really fun. It jumps really nicely, and it is, like, going straight and everything, it's way more stable than a snow bike. It's nice to be able to, like, not just tip over, but at the same time, like, it's so tall and skinny, it's kind of top heavy. Like, to turn it, it doesn't turn well on flat ground. I think that, like, getting up into the mountains into some decent snow will be a very different story, but, yeah, it's fun. Thanks to Spencer from Builds Not Projects for coming and hanging out while we were building this. He builds some really cool stuff, so definitely check out his channel. But so yeah, it's super fun. Like, it's very different than anything else, and it takes a lot of getting used to. We'll rip around some more, and in the future we'll definitely do a full send video. We'll probably take it out into the mountains and take my snow bike out, and we'll compare them and rip around, hit some jumps, do some backcountry stuff.
So you crashed the hard drone and then you decided to crash the easy drone after.
This one was my fault. The other one was malfunction.
How'd it fare?
I think it's okay. Just lost a prop, but everything seems fine. I'm gonna go get all the water off of it. Second drone kill of the day though.
That thing's a tank though. It hit that tree really high up.
I know, because it was censoring me and it wouldn't let me turn. So I went this way and I went forward.
And that was into the tree or something.
Into the tree, I guess.
Nice.
We just used a random number generator to figure out who won the Sur-Ron for our merch giveaway, and we're gonna give them a call. Tell them they won.
Hello?
Hi, this is Edwin and Ethan from Grindhard Plumbing Company.
Okay.
You ordered merch on our website and won the Sur-Ron e-bike giveaway.
On what website?
It's a YouTube channel. We build like go-karts and stuff. Maybe a kid or someone.
Oh wait, what is it?
We build like a Barbie Jeep with dirt bike engines in it.
Yeah, my son loves you. He's wearing a sweatshirt right now. I
Oh,
bought him for
perfect.
Christmas.
Is he there?
He's here. Alright, you're on speaker. This is Peter.
Hey Peter, this is Edwin and Ethan from Grindhard Plumbing Co.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, you won the Sur-Ron giveaway.
Oh, no way. He absolutely loves your show. He makes me sit there and watch it with him.
Perfect. I'm glad to hear it.
You should have seen his face when he opened up the sweatshirt. It was like the last gift he opened and his whole lit up. It's like his favorite thing, I think.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, that's awesome. I actually thought this was a scam call. I'm like, what? Who's this? Then when I realized, and actually I do recognize your voice from the show.
That's funny.
That is so cool. And I was always asking Pete, I'm like, why do they call it plumbing? Like, I don't get that part.
Yeah, we probably should have come up with a better name, but we already got popular before we thought to change it.
He's 15, but he's, honestly, he rebuilds motors, he does all kinds of stuff. He put a motor on a trike.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
He's into all that stuff. Rebuilds boat motors.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna love this bike then, and it's actually a perfect size for someone his age, so that's perfect. So to all the Grindhard parents out there, if you get a call from a random plumbing company, it probably means your kid won some cool stuff. We're gonna take a break for a few weeks on the giveaways, just figure out what to give away next, and also get some new merch in stock. So if you have something you really want to win from the giveaway, put it in the description. Right now, we can't give away anything that we've built. It just takes too much time and we're not done with anything. But anything like a pit bike, a welder, another tubing bender, whatever you guys would be most excited to win, make sure you put it in the comments. And then we'll start a poll on our YouTube page on whichever ones get the most likes in the comments. So tell us what you need.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad that it went to somebody who's like really gonna ride it. You know, being 15 is the perfect time to have a good dirt bike.
Oh yeah.
That's when I was most into dirt bikes, so it sounds like he knows how to work on it too, so that's perfect.